Okay, so let's write the code to handle the error, uh, that exception. And so there's how we do this is we'll go to where we called that function, and then we'll use exceptions, try except to handle this error. So this was basically called here, right? And it calls this method, and when this all of this ran, whenever we call Control C, we print out Control C, we hold Control C on our keyboard, that keyboard error is going to happen. So what we want to do is try and put this here, put this here, and then if there's an error, and the name of that error is called uh, keyboard, keyboard, no, keyboard interrupt. Yeah, this keyboard interrupt. So at keyboard interrupt, what do we want to do? So at that point where we're interrupting the keyboard using Control C, this is going to throw an exception because Control C is basically used to quit an execution of a program. Because whilst the program was running, we did not execute the program correctly, properly. We use Control C to terminate the script. So that's what Control C basically does in any scripting program we're building. So since the program is in a while loop, in order for us to terminate that script inside of the while loop, we use Control C. That was why we use that Control C there to stop the music from playing because play music has no method or has no function where you can stop music, and that's the only way we could stop music by interrupting the script by using the keys on our keyboard. So when this happens, we want to say Sonia, instead of in an error message, we want to say Sonia, we want Sonia to tell us stopping music, right? Then I'll save this, I'll do CLS, go back here, and then run our script, see if it works.
Hello, I'm Sonia, your virtual companion. Here is a list of what I could do. What's your name? Nice to meet you, Mark. What would you have me do? What would you like me to play? Playing memories. Just a quick hint. Hold Control C on your keyboard to stop music.
So I'm going to stop the music now.
Stopping music.
So I believe we heard her when she said stopping music, and you can see there are no errors here. So yeah, so this is for this video. We fix that in the next video. There's something I would want us to go through, right? Okay, so let's run through this now.
Hello, I'm Sonia, your virtual companion. Here is a list of what I could do. What's your name? Nice to meet you, Precious. What would you have me do?
So we could play a video or we could play music. How about tell a joke? Nothing happens. Yeah, but it doesn't make any sense because we're building a smart assistant, and we all know that we've not built the method where she's going to be able to tell us a joke. For now, we just have video and we have to play music. But it doesn't make any sense. Imagine a scenario where you can't sing. Sorry, imagine when I ask you to tell me, sing for me or play me a music, and you're just standing there like a statue looking at me. It doesn't make any sense. There has to be some sort of response given back to the user, if at all. Uh, Sonia does not meet the requirements to perform a certain task. So here, first of all, we don't even have joke as a skill for Sophia, for Sonia, yeah, for Sonia. We have a joke as a skill. But we initialized a filter function here that checks if Sonia can perform a task or not. Whereas if she cannot perform a task, right? If Sonia can't perform a task, it's going to return an empty list because it's going to check tax if tax is inside of this guy, which is here. Or if tax is not inside, uh, what do we do? So to handle that, we come here, if check tax, if she can do the tax, she's going to come here and then check the kind of tax you want her to do. But at this point, this whole block of code is not running, which means she can't perform that tax. So we need to create an else statement. An else statement that will be passed on to this guy. So I'll just collapse this. An else statement that will be passed on to here. So back here, else, what do we want to do? Say return false. I'll explain. So if at all she cannot perform the task, we want to return false. Now this brings me back to why I said I will explain why we store the whole of this inside of a variable. Now the reason why this is done, whenever we call the valid task, she takes this task and the username, and then she comes here to check, perform a logical operation to check if she can perform the task, and then she check the kinds of tasks we want her to perform, and then she performs the task by calling the video function, right? So if she cannot do that, if she cannot do that, she returns false. Now, this false that is being returned, we are going to stake that false. Here is going to be false, and then we're going to store that inside of validate. Remember, this is validate tax, and the function that we're returning false from is called validate tax. And whenever we store a function that is returning a response or a value inside of a variable, the variable name is going to be equal to what you're returning here. So here, when we perform this operation, we pass this argument. Here is going to return false if she cannot perform the task we're trying hard to tell her to perform. So yes, we will be able to return false. So what do we do next? We need to now handle this by saying if not validate. This block of code will only run if this returns false. That means so Sonia cannot perform that task. So we want Sonia to tell the user, to read the Sonia.speak that we created, tell the user, use an f string here, tell the user, sorry, call the username, name of the user, come here, I can't do that at the moment. Yeah, and then we break the code. So I'll run this again. Let's see.
Hello, I'm Sonia, your virtual companion. Here is a list of what I could do. What's your name? Nice to meet you, Mark. What would you have me do?
So let's tell Sonia what she can do.
I'm sorry, Mark. I can't do that at the moment.
See that? This makes perfect sense now. Sorry, ma, I can't do that at the moment. So let's try something else.
Hello, I'm Sonia, your virtual companion. Here is a list of what I could do. What's your name? Nice to meet you, Jane. What would you have me do? I'm sorry, Jane. I can't do that at the moment.
Nice. Let's test this one more time.
Hello, I'm Sonia, your virtual companion. Here is a list of what I could do. What's your name? Nice to meet you, Ken. What would you have me do? What would you like me to play? Playing memories. Just a quick hint. Hold Ctrl C on your keyboard to stop music.
Another point of the side, but something doesn't give a shit about.
Stopping music. I'm sorry, Ken. I can't do that at the moment.
What do we notice? It stops the music, but while stopping the music, it says stopping music. But there's something that happens. It comes back to say, I'm sorry, Ken. I can't do that at the moment. Why is that happening? Because whenever a successful event or a successful task is being carried out, we are not returning anything. At the moment we're not returning anything, that is returning false. Because nothing is equal to false. Empty string is equals to false. Zero equals to false. False equals to false. Empty list equals to false. Taking this understanding, whenever a successful operation is carried out, the returns nothing. So that returns false. And since it returns false, this whole block of code, remember we're in a while loop, this whole block of code will run again, and this will still run. So how do we stop this from happening whenever a successful operation is being carried out? Take your time, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Think about how you could solve this. You pause the video and then think about it, and then play the video later on. Okay, so to solve this, if you are in the same mindset as I am, to solve this, all we have to do is return true whenever a successful operation is being carried out, so that this will stop returning false. This will stop calling this if validity is equal to false. So to do this, we come to our skill. Then proper way to do this is wherever we assigned called a particular task to be done, we're going to return true there. So we're returning true here because whenever it calls this self.redo, now if self.redo, now if everything inside of self.redo has been executed, if everything has been executed, it's going to now come here and then return, it's going to return true. Return true is not going, Python is not going to get to line 32, this code, line 32, until the whole of this has successfully run. So if this successfully run, we want to return true, telling Sonia that our code was successful. Likewise, we do the same thing here. Likewise, when we stop the music, we want to return something true. True. So whenever you successfully play the music, return true. Whenever you successfully stop the music, return true. Whenever an operation cannot be carried out, return false. So we save this, I'll come back here to the CLS, and we run this.
Hello, I'm Sonia, your virtual companion. Here is a list of what I could do. What's your name? Nice to meet you, Pearl. What would you have me do? What would you like me to play?
Mm, graduation.
Playing graduation. Just a quick hint. Hold Ctrl C on your keyboard to stop music.
I'm never gonna forget you texting.
Good, 'cause I wasn't gonna let you.
Stopping music.
Crazy.
So you see, we just stopped the music and it didn't come back here to say, I can't do that at the moment. So guys, this is everything for building a virtual assistant. It's been an amazing journey working with you guys on Python. I know that journey is not yet completed because you actually signed up for a data science class of which you now have the full skill on Python. With this knowledge, you could build anything you want. You could scale your knowledge as far as you can think of because you're only as limited as far as your imagination can get you. So you could do more than this. You could improve this software. You could work on other projects using everything we've done here. And yeah, so that's it. Hope to see you guys in the data science session. Thank you.